Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Realms and Roleplay Sovereign of Death. Where we last left off, our heroes had just found Wynn's long-lost father, and we're going to do a bit of a jump ahead. So you all have met up with your father and his group of resistance fighters, and you're now at their camp. So it's a village in the trees. There are houses made out of wood and bridges that connect between trees. Each of the houses has like a couple of rooms in it, and there's a common area that's built out like a giant deck of wood that hangs about 100 feet above the ground in the trees. And so you all are there with Wynn's dad, and he is standing with his right-hand person, and it's a turtle. So a turtle is like a turtle person. He has some leather armor on, and on the back of his shell are two little divots where he keeps two swords. And he also has a crossbow on his side.
Does he like pizza too?
I mean, I don't know. You could ask him.
Roll to cook.
A rat friend.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of creatures in the resistance space. So,
quick question: is this the same resistance base that's going to be invaded?
Oh, that's a good question. You could definitely ask around and find out. So, what I'll tell you is this: so you knew that the captain of the guard was going to take a group along with Madie's dad to attack the base. And that was about the same time that you all went to find Aria's master. So those things probably happened simultaneously.
Okay. So do the folks who are about to invade a resistance base know or not know about this place?
To your knowledge, so far, they do not know about this place.
To our knowledge. We should probably ask about that or talk about that as soon as possible. But Wynn is still having like this great moment where she gets to like not just see her dad, but like see her dad like with all these cool creatures and so on. I think the spotlight should be on.
My dad is so cool.
No, right?
Your dad, Rocal Gilchrist is his name, but more commonly known as Dad. Is standing with his leg on the table, like addressing the resistance fighters, and they're all like, "Yeah!" And he's telling them, like, "Tonight we're going to invade the palace and take back what's ours." And everybody's like, "Yeah! Woo!" So he's getting everybody super hyped up, and you feel like they're planning some type of big attack.
Against the palace. My mom lives there. I'm having a hard time with their separation right now.
Yeah, are your parents gonna get a divorce?
I don't want them to. It seems like they might.
We're going to have a session dedicated to parent trapping this all together, but for that to happen, both of your parents need to survive, and they ideally need to be in a position where they do not hate each other.
Okay, so right when we saw... I mean, yes, I want to parent trap my parents, obviously. Maybe I can stop the divorce if they haven't already. So we saw my dad hanging out with Aria's master, and then he took us to the camp. Have we had a chance to chat yet, or was it like we have to move quickly?
So you all had a chance to do like some greetings, but you haven't really had a chance to talk shop yet. Also, by the way, I never mentioned it before. Aria's master's name is Elder Son Robin. And he is also at the party, but he's not in the crowd where everyone else is.
Can you say his name one more time?
Elder Son Robin.
Okay.
Thank you.
He's a bird. I get it.
He's a thief, actually.
Hey.
We have
Some say thief, some say hero, who knows?
It all depends on who's writing the story. Okay, so Wynn, we need to get like some info from your dad.
Yeah. So I'm standing there and I'm just like, oh my god, my dad is so cool. And then I'm like, no, we need to focus. So I like wait I assume like he's getting the crowd ready, but then there's a period where like the crowd starts to break up.
Yeah, so after he finishes his speech, everybody starts to kind of mingle and drink and be merry, and he's sitting there with Mox. So you have a chance to go talk to him if you'd like.
They probably shouldn't be drinking before they attack them. It's fine. I'm not in charge, so like
Makes
I
you
have
fight
some
better.
notes for my dad, but
Makes you fight better. Don't worry. Take it from me. It's good.
okay, maybe. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get us like next to my dad and sit down at his table.
Awesome.
With one of the Ninja Turtles.
So you go over to your dad and Mox Hellstain, who is a turtle with swords but is not a ninja. Also is not a teenager. So you walk over and your dad's like, "My beautiful daughter, join us."
Hi, Dad. First, can I just say, I love you. Second, that was so cool what you just did, how you inspired everyone. Third, we have a lot of important information to talk to you about.
He's like, "Yeah, that was pretty cool, huh? Your old man still got it." And Mox is like, "It was all right, I guess." Your dad like hands you a pint of ale, and he's like, "We can talk later. Now we should drink."
No. First
Is
of all,
Wynn able to drink like legally?
I mean, we're resistance here. We don't have laws. Like, you're a fighter, and you're old enough to drink. And he slides Martin a thing of ale.
I'm
I
old
think
enough
I am
too.
like 12 years old, but that's adulthood for us. So
Mox hands
up.
one to Madie and one to Aria.
I'm a fighter.
Can I roll to like chug in a way that I gain, like that I impress this man who has made such a deep impression on me so quickly?
Yeah, go ahead and roll either performance or persuasion. Your choice.
I feel like there's an element of desperation whenever Martin does this, so let's go straight to persuasion.
Cool.
That is skill, persuasion. There it goes. +6. Oh, so I rolled a natural 1, so the +6 doesn't help.
no.
Awesome. So you take the and like kind of stumble a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, that happens to everybody on their first time. You'll get used to it."
I drink so much, I promise.
at this, I want to like, Wynn's gonna try and put her hands on the drinks that Aria and Madie are trying to, like, she couldn't stop Martin from chugging, but she's like trying to make them put their drink down. Dad, listen, I appreciate you wanting to get me and my friends to have a great time here, but I think we have some more serious issues. Aria! I think we have some more serious issues that we need to talk about. And to do that, I don't think any of us should have as much liquid courage as you are encouraging these people to drink.
He like stares at you for a moment and then puts his drink down, and he's like, "All right, what is it you would like to talk about?"
Are you divorcing my mom?
What? No, your mother and I love each other very much. We just, he looks around for a moment, and he's like, "We just disagree on certain matters."
I lean over and whisper to Wynn, "That means he's divorcing your mom."
I hit Martin. It's just, I've learned too much from Aria.
Awesome. So you slap Martin.
Just like, I push him away. I don't like
okay.
hurt him.
So you push Martin a little. Your dad's like, "There's no need for you to worry. It's just grown-up stuff. You wouldn't understand."
Dad, I'm also an adult person.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I've had a lot to drink. I'm sorry. But listen, the point is, your mom and I, it's complicated. We
Sure,
are both...
relationships are hard. I've watched Madie have many of them. But listen, when you have a disagreement with someone, you talk about it. You don't take all of your best friends and go move to a camp in the woods and then plan to burn down the palace.
Well, it's about more than just your mother. Churlish he's wrong for Broken Rock, and we have to stop him.
We're
I lean over
agreed
to
on
Aria
that.
and say, "That means he's divorcing her mom."
I also hit Martin.
Your dad says, your mom believes that Churlish is trying to peacefully resolve things that are happening, but I think that we need someone who cares about Broken Rock first.
And Churlish cares about being the king, right? Like, also, he's a Destined, and I'm not sure those are good people anymore. And then I do want to tell my father literally everything I've told my mom and everything we've done.
Sure. So you lay the spiel out of everything that's happened, and you see that Mox is heavily drinking, and he's like, "Skeletons? Army of the Dead? What kind of world are we living in?" And your dad takes a moment and pulls something out of his belt, and he hands it to you. This is something that I think you need to know, especially since you have a human with you.
What? Is it unwrapped or something? What
No,
am I
it's
holding?
rolled up. So when you open it, it reads, it's a note from the leader of Zandara.
I go over to read over her shoulder because I heard human and I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. So Antagon Owlfeather is the elected leader of Zandara, and he has written a note to Churlish that says the Destined are ready to perform the ritual of bringing back humans. And it says, send over your Destined advisor, and once we have everyone's advisors in Zandara, we'll begin the ritual.
I raise my hand and put it on Wynn's shoulder and whisper in her ear, "Listen, I've read about this. Usually bringing back humans means zombies, which is not good. Also, I'm not sure your dad's super drunk. I, for the record, haven't had anything to drink. We need to figure this out. Like, I think we need to do something like right away. Can we sober your dad up, please?
And get him away from Mox, who is very drunk. Yeah.
Yes, maybe we can put Martin in charge of Mox.
Martin, drinking contest with Mox.
Mox is like double fisting some beers, and he's like, "Bring me some more!" And
No, I lied.
like,
Martin, you're with us.
It makes me nervous. I don't like Mox.
So you're just like pulling me away as I like just start to like charge towards the drinking table?
I grab my beer stein and pour it out as we go. I'm holding on to the cup.
Awesome. So you have your beer stein.
Okay.
And where are you all headed?
I want to like pull my dad away. Like, do you have like a tent or a spot we can talk privately?
Tall treetop perch.
Yeah, so you say that and your dad nods. He kind of motions to his men, and they go like to distract everyone, start a big fight and stuff, and everybody's being really rowdy. Your dad leads you into his bungalow, which is like a really big hut that has a red curtain draped in front of it. And when you walk in, you see that there's a map of all of Yashan that's laid out, and you can see the different nations. Some of them have red X's through them. And you see that there's also a map that has like the blueprints of the palace. And there's a rock bed that's circled at the bottom of the palace. And it has an arrow pointing to it.
Can I roll insight? Because I'm very worried about this. Can I roll insight to determine whether the red X's mean that Wynn's dad is going to divorce her mom? Because X means like X could mean X. So I rolled an 8 plus insight, which is that's a 13.
They're so getting divorced. Like they might have already gotten divorced. You see like all the X's on the map. You think they might have gotten divorced a few times.
I say nothing to win, but a deep sense of worry and nausea overwhelms me, and you just kind of see me heaving in a corner for no reason. No reason whatsoever.
So I ignore Martin and turn to Wynn and say, okay, exactly how drunk do you think your dad is? Do you think that that's a problem?
Dad.
Hey.
What's the nickname you always called me when I was growing up?
Do you want me to say that in front of your friends?
Okay, he's not very drunk.
Okay, good. Okay. Good. Okay, good. So we need to, like, get serious with him now.
Dad, listen, I don't know what this is, and I'd, like, point to the map with all the X's. Are these things you have done to these countries, or have all of these places also, or all these cities also, pulled in armies of the dead?
You see your dad kind of looks back at the curtain to make sure that nobody's there watching, and he leans in towards you and he's like, listen, those are other factions of the resistance. We've asked them for help, and the red X's mean that they're not coming. The men don't know this, but we're on our own.
Well, listen. I feel like we can come to some sort of a plan together that doesn't involve you storming the castle, potentially killing my mom and Madie's boyfriend, who we did leave in the castle.
Wait,
Yeah, please don't do that.
why would I kill your mom? What are you talking about?
You just said you were going to storm the palace.
Yes.
And she's siding with the... What's his name? Churlish.
He walks over and puts his hand on your shoulders and he's like, you have to trust me, Wynn. I would never hurt your mother. There's so much happening that you don't know. And I know that you want to save the world. But right now, I just need you to stay safe and stay here. Everything will be okay.
Dad, I have some bad news. I'm having a hard time trusting you because Mom said the same thing when I talked to her today. And she lied about where you were, so forgive me for not having trust in my parents at the moment.
It's just... He points to the picture of the blueprints of the castle. So let me explain a little more. We're not going to storm the castle. We're going to sneak in through this back entrance. And once we sneak in, all we need to do is take out Churlish. And the rest will do itself.
So you're going to secretly murder the leader of Broken Rock?
No, I wouldn't use the word murder. That's a lot.
You're going to secretly stab Churlish.
We're liberating
with a sword,
Broken Rock.
And whatever happens, happens.
Potato.
And then, I mean, Broken Rock has already been sort of turned against you. Everyone is calling you rebels and insurgents. So this isn't politically a very smart play. Yes, I agree, Churlish needs to go, because something fishy is happening in that palace, but... Madie.
Okay, well, I have a lot of questions, about the human thing that I feel like we need to get to, like the parent relationship, sure. But so, here's a thought, so the town thinks that you, and I'm speaking to Wynn's dad, have been kidnapped.
That's correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe Wynn's mom and Churlish don't think this because they know. Do they know that you're part of the resistance, or they think you're kidnapped too?
Well, there's not too much I can say, but what I can say is...
Okay, whoa. No, you gotta out with it. Like, seriously, because I'm very strong. I'm just gonna say that just as like a general level set here.
Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
Yeah, frankly,
you need to be threatened?
Yes, she is, Dad, and I'm threatening you.
You leave for who knows how long, and then you come back into my camp. I welcome you as a guest, and you threaten me?
We're threatening you because you're not listening to us, Dad. I've been traveling the world. We've been traveling the world, and we've seen a lot more than your field of vision is very narrow right now.
I care about Broken Rock, and frankly, I'm sorry, human, but I don't know you. We just met, and you're coming into my camp threatening me doesn't make me feel like I can trust you. I don't know what kind of company my daughter keeps, but this isn't what your mother and I wanted for you at all.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm just... we need answers. This is important. This is life or death. We're all in this situation together. I don't feel like it serves anyone for you to obfuscate right now, particularly not with your daughter. That's what I'm trying to understand, because, you know, there may be a better way. I have an idea for a better way to get you into that castle, the palace. So, like, if you want my idea, then you're going to have to tell me what you know.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
I feel like she should have advantage because she's my friend, but she did also just threaten him, so hard to say.
Well, it's 9, but it's +5.
Okay. Okay, so a 14. He pauses for a moment and he looks at you and he says, all right, I'll tell you what's really going on, but only when, not your friends.
Well, but Wynn's just going to tell her friends, so you might as well tell all of us.
True.
Unless you make me promise not to tell them, Dad. But also, yeah, I probably will just tell them.
You see your dad is like, always the rebel. I'm so proud of you. And he goes over behind his desk and takes out a pile of notes, and he hands them to you all. He's like, your mother and I are working together. She's our contact on the inside. But it's important that no one knows. It has to stay between us. If anyone else finds out your mother's life is in danger.
And Wynn just, like, starts crying. She's like, thank you.
I told you I
saw
would never...
the map!
The map it doesn't mean anything. It's just other resistance groups.
I saw the map.
It's full of X's!
You see, your dad gives you a hug, Wynn, and he's like, I would never hurt your mother. You have nothing to worry about.
I need a hug.
Very confusing. I give Martin a hug after my dad.
Thank you.
So yeah, your dad's like, we have thought this through, your mother and I, and it's time for us to take Broken Rock back. But that can't happen if you all mess up the plan. No one else knows.
Rude.
Help with your plan.
So the plan that you two have, to be clear, not divorce, is that you are working together to assassinate this person, and then all pieces gonna come back to the land, and there's gonna be no negative consequences.
Not assassinate, liberate. We're liberating Broken Rock.
The guy's gonna die, right?
Who's up for liberation?
Well, we're going to try to resolve things peacefully, but if that's not an option, then we'll do what needs to be done for Broken Rock.
Makes sense. Seems fair. So, okay.
So are all the Destined evil? Because it feels weird that they're all in positions of power.
The Destined aren't evil. They are keepers of the peace. And it seems like they have some sort of plan to bring humans back. I didn't even know that there were any humans left, so your friend here is very valuable. I would say that
fun.
it's dangerous.
She's also just an incredible person.
I'm just gonna kind of step in front of Madie, because that was a little weird.
Yeah, I feel a little vulnerable right now. What do you mean valuable, sir?
Oh, I meant to say important. Yeah, you're. I'm just. Did I say that? Oh gosh, I've had a lot to drink tonight. You know.
Can I insight?
Yeah,
right.
How drunk is actually my father?
So you're inciting how drunk he is?
Or like if he really meant valuable, or like how much is he lying?
Okay. Aria,
Can
do
I
you
also
want to roll that too?
Can I also roll to remember how much he's drank?
Yeah, go for it. So do let's just do a perception check with advantage, since you were pretty involved with that.
I got a 19 on insight.
Okay. What'd you get, Aria?
Thank you, Wynn.
10.
Okay.
I got a 15 on perception.
Okay, so Martin, you remember that Madie's dad probably had like a beer and a half. Wynn's dad probably had a beer and a half. And when you know that your dad, you know that your dad's a good person, but you also know that your dad sometimes makes deals with people, like gets in over his head. So you feel like it wasn't an accident when he said valuable.
I don't really want to have to pick between my friends and my parents. Because for the purpose of the narrative, it's probably my friends.
I'm very divided because this man is very cool. But when he said that Madie's valuable, it wasn't in like that her stock is high, like how I see all people. It is that it seems like the darker side of that.
So, on a 19 insight, I'll just tell you what he was thinking. So, you feel like your dad thinks that if things go south with their infiltration plan, he'll try to trade your friend in exchange for whatever it is that he and his insurgent group want.
She's a useful pawn in this.
Listen, when I am so used to being a pawn, it's not really personal. He's like, he's not, I mean, it's not great. Let's be real clear about that. But also, like, it's not personal. So, like, you don't have to choose between me and your dad. We'll figure it out. We'll teach him right from wrong later.
Are y'all having this conversation out loud?
Whispering.
Okay.
Do you only ever take personal affronts seriously? Like, if the ones that are just business are okay?
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's business. Like, listen, I'm a human. I've been a human for a long time. I've seen a lot of stuff.
That is also the basis of our group. It's like, look at our human, hire us to do an adventure.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to this.
Okay.
But when we use Madie, it's like to like get free drinks at a bar, not to liberate a land or something.
Well, it's with my permission too.
Yeah. And Madie also benefits from it. Yeah. I don't feel. Yeah. Okay.
You see,
drinks more than all of us.
Your dad takes a medallion out, and he's like, "I want you to have this. This is the symbol of our resistance. If things,
it's a big R. It used to be a Destined pin, but they just changed.
Yeah, it's like a
little legs.
A really like janky R. That's like a modified Destined pin. And he's like, if you take this to the harbor master at the docks, you all can get out of here. I know him pretty well, but I'm expecting things to go well. But in case they don't, I just want you to have this.
If we assist your plan, sir, in Broken Rock is liberated, is Wynn's mother next in line for control? Will Broken Rock indeed be liberated with this one person being out of the way?
Well, so Broken Rock is a democracy. We're not a monarchy.
We say that.
Well, see, that's why Churlish has to go. We believe he's trying to establish a monarchy, and Broken Rock should be a democratic nation run by the people. So we're going to give Broken Rock back to the people.
How does that line up with Wynn's mom being a lady now?
Oh, well, that's just some weird court stuff that Churlish is trying to instill in the palace.
I want to go. Do you mind if we do a quick suspicious huddle?
Quick suspicious huddle.
He's just like, whatever, and he goes to get some alcohol out from his desk.
Can I do a quick check to see if I think anyone might still be listening?
Yes, go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I argue for a nature check because we are in the trees?
Yes. So commune with the trees and see if anyone was listening.
The trees tell me 7.
It's a really loud party that's happening outside, so it's hard for you to concentrate right now.
Should keep it super quiet.
Okay, so here's the thing, y'all. Aside from there being this really cool samurai turtle outside, I don't think he's a ninja, more like a samurai for legally distinct reasons. And
Martin.
Okay, you're also covering us up. So how are you? You're bending up quite a bit to make this happen.
I have wings and arms.
Is that how Okay, I need to change my mental model of your species. So here's the thing. We know there's a lot of complicated stuff right now. There's a lot of stuff over our heads. Also, other nations aren't supporting Broken Rock, whether it's because it's full of monsters or anything else. We are alone. So I don't know. As much as it seems like a bad plan otherwise, I think we should just help, because the only other option is to leave. And if we leave, I think it'll just get worse.
And we don't leave. So my issue is, I don't want to put our party in danger. So what do I need to do?
I mean, we're always in danger, partially because you exist.
Partially to throw ourselves into harm's way at every possible opportunity.
I just don't want to make it more complicated.
Well, what makes it less complicated? So basically, we all agree that the Army of the Dead is a problem. We can't fight them or help Stone Snarries get out of its grasp without other people on our side to fight against it. It seems like the Destined, if they're the ones that raised the army, are on the wrong side. Churlish is part of the Destined, which makes Broken Rock maybe one of the next places that they'll invade with the army. I don't know that my dad's reasons are the right ones, necessarily. I do think he's right that Churlish is bad, but, going to straight up murder a dude seems complicated. But I do feel like we need to help him and then get Broken Rock and the Resistance on our side against the Destined.
Well, and I also want to understand, what is this about bringing humans back? What is that? Are they going to be an army of zombies, or is it what?
I'm
confused.
So, does your dad know? It seems like he doesn't know what's happening with that.
Okay, I walk away from the group real quick. Daddy.
Yes.
Daddy. Daddy, tell me the secrets about the humans.
Oh.
No, what are the Destined, besides this note that you've given me, what did the Destined plan to do with the humans? Do you know? And also, it feels weird that everyone keeps telling me the Destined aren't evil. It seems pretty clear that they are.
I don't know anything.
I think they're more complicated
about the Destined being good or evil. All I know is they want to bring the humans back because they feel like there needs to be balance or something or other like that. I don't know. All I know is I need to save Broken Rock. Whatever happens in Zandara's not my problem.
Okay, it is though.
It is though.
If they march an army of zombies down to Broken Rock, that's a problem.
He's like, zombies aren't real. What are you talking about?
I just
Stone
saw,
Snarry has fallen to an army of the dead.
which are basically zombies.
Don't
I mean,
think
it
they're
was
just going to
skeletons.
stay there.
Without the flesh, I think that it's kind of hard to call them zombies.
Yeah, skeletons are different. We fight skeletons all the time. You go in a tomb, they're skeletons. You break them apart. It's just part of the life. If there's an army of skeletons, then, I don't know, we'll set up some giant traps and kill them all. Skeletons aren't a threat to Broken Rock. They can't swim, right? So what are they going to do?
What do you mean skeletons can't swim?
They don't float very well.
It can stand on ships.
Oh, well,
Which
he
they
takes
not
another big
sink?
drink.
Walk along the bottom of the ocean?
I don't know when, all right, I'm just a guy who wants to save his country, and the rest of the world can take care of itself.
Dad, I love you. You're thinking very small pictures. But my friends and I will help you. But you have to promise me once Broken Rock is back under democratic rule, whether or not it's you and my mom in charge of it, because there will need to be an election.
I would vote for you as a power couple.
You see, he's like, I like this guy.
We all do.
He's very into power couples.
He is. We will help you. My friends and I have a lot of skills, and I can sneak around pretty well. We'll help you get to Representative Swan Virgil, but we need your help because I'm not going to just stop here. We're going to try and save the world because I have big dreams and I'm ambitious and gosh darn it, it's the right thing to do.
You've always had dreams to save the world. Yeah. Well, look, I can't in my right mind put you in danger. If you want to help, stay here and make sure that the guys here don't get in trouble. All right? Mox and I will sneak in, we'll deal with everything, and then your mom and I can have a nice dinner together with you, like a family, like we used to.
I love Mom's spaghetti, but I don't think it's going to go this easily.
You gotta have faith, sweetie.
I look at my friends and I'm like,
So many song lyrics. Sorry.
I was like, my palms are sweaty.
are we missing some piece of this here that I'm not thinking of?
Well, so okay, Dad. Hi, Dad.
You can call him Dad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine. We just met, but whatever.
Daddy.
You're one
Daddy.
you're one of my besties' dads. So listen, and I mean, I'm vulnerable. I need as much protection as possible right now. So, all right. So you and your bud out there are gonna just sneak in. I have another idea, and I don't know if this will work, but it's just a thought. Like, if everybody thinks that you were kidnapped, why don't you just go home?
Yeah, well, see, that's a problem. The reason I faked my kidnapping is because I spoke out openly against Churlish, and he doesn't take kindly to people questioning his authority.
Okay, so they aren't gonna welcome you when you come home if you came home and you're like, hey, because it would be a really easy way to get into the city, is what I was thinking.
Yeah, they'll welcome you back, but I won't wake up in the morning.
Well, I mean, so you
public.
get to him first, right? Okay.
I mean,
Is the mission to sneak in, does that start tonight?
No, so we got word that there's going to be a party that Churlish is throwing. It's supposed to happen in 2 days' time, so we're going to sneak in while everyone's distracted with the party.
Speaking of parties, do you know that that party is supposed to happen at one of your resistance villages in the very near future? Like tonight?
What resistance village? Everyone's here.
did we know? Where?
Oh, wait. He said everyone is here. So before we left, we learned that.
What?
Careful about where you learned it.
Yes, before we
Right, yes.
left, we discovered that there was a plan to invade a resistance base. We didn't know what resistance base that was, but we're standing in one right now, and it looks very invadable. And that happens tonight.
I mean, they would have to come up the trees, and the only way to do that is, without... We have scouts. I don't think they know we're here.
I just need you to take this a little more seriously, Dad.
Where else would they be going? Could they
Did-
even be attacking somewhere else?
Is there some other insurgent group besides yours that Broken Rock knows about?
Well, your mother has this secret group of hers that handles some missions. What are they called again? I don't know, like the Spark or something weird. And when he says that, you know that that's your group of friends that you used to run around with back when you were in Broken Rock. And he's like, yeah, she uses them for some covert missions, but I don't know where they're based.
And that doesn't seem like a large group. I feel like... Where are your scouts right now? Where are they posted? Because you're having a big old party in the trees. It would be, and it's very loud, we've established. Loud enough that the trees can't really talk to Aria.
It's a real bummer.
Yeah.
So there's a large possibility that they are coming here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll perception. Or, excuse me, persuasion.
Natural 20.
Oh my gosh. So as you say that, he's like, Yeah, we wouldn't be able to hear them. He sets his glass down and rushes out of the tent, and he's like, "Quiet down, everyone!" And you see that some men run over, and he's saying something to them, and they run off in different directions. Your dad comes back, and he's like, "I don't know what got into me, but we should be okay now. I sent my men to scout the area, and we'll keep the lights low and dim. The party's over."
Good. I don't know why you thought that a secret resistance place was the place to have a rager.
Also, not having scouts, I'm just like wondering about that.
Hey, look, it's not like there's a book on how to do this whole resistance thing. We're just kind of figuring it out.
Well, you could have asked the Spark for more help. We were doing it when we were teenagers.
Yes, you were, sweetie. I'm sorry. But
Smart.
Is there a book that actually talks about how to do resistance?
roll a history check.
That is a 9.
No, but not to your knowledge.
Okay.
So your dad's like,
I keep my sass to myself.
your dad looks at you all and he's like, "I'm sorry that I doubted you before. I treated you like children. But it seems like you actually know more than I thought you did. We would be happy to have your help."
Yes. Thank you, Dad. I will need to go talk to my friends, though, because I didn't know they were still a group.
Oh, I don't know where they are. You'd have to ask your mother.
Okay. But then she'll know that you told me that she's on our side.
Yeah, she'll be upset, but as long as you don't tell anyone else, she'll get over it. It'll be fine.
I'm not sure that's how secrets work, but okay.
The important thing is that you all don't let Churlish know that you're on to him. So if he has you as guests of the palace, just stay there and pretend like everything's fine.
I'm pretty sure we're going to get invited to this party.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should... I mean, we are pretty sure that their guard knows where you guys are, though. But you think that they won't look up in the trees, even if they're in the forest?
Your dad kind of smiles at you and he's like, "Nobody ever looks up."
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it. He just kind of stares at you, was waiting for you to laugh.
Yes, I laugh.
Martin Money, with knowledge gained from another world, the world of game development, laughs uncomfortably hard.
Ah, man after my own heart. I like this guy. You see, you have good friends. What did I tell you?
I've always had good friends.
Well, I mean, these ones are better than the others. Let's just say that.
My mom is literally using my friends as a secret resistance group, and you're saying that these friends are better quantifiably? I think all my friends are good. I know how to pick good friends.
Of course, sweetie. I'm sorry. And
I think we're pretty good, though. We're pretty
Obviously
good.
better.
Mox comes over and he's like, "The patrol went around and there's nobody that we can see right now, but I think it's best if we stay alert." And so,
Yeah, you think?
On your resistance face anyway.
you see Mox gives you a side eye, and
I give him one right back.
you and Mox have this like intense side eye contest going on, and
Roll for side eye.
Rokal gets a bow from behind his desk, and he's like, "I'm gonna go patrol with the men. You all should get back to the palace before anyone notices that you're gone."
That
Okay.
sounds like a good idea.
Please be careful. And, I mean, I guess I don't know how to get a message to you if we need to talk to you again.
He looks at you and he's like, "Just ask your mother. She'll know how to get in contact with me."
Okay.
He
I
gives
am
you-
also going to go find my friends. Like, there's no question about that.
Just be safe. He gives you a big hug, and he's like, "I love you, sweetie."
I love you, Dad.
And
Please don't die. And thank you for not divorcing my mom.
he's like, I don't know where you got that from. I was never gonna divorce your mom. We love each other."
Mom wrote me a letter that said you were kidnapped and that she didn't look for you for 3 weeks, so it felt like things were tenuous.
It was all part of our plan. Don't worry. Everything's
What part of the plan was that?
We have to keep up appearances that she has nothing to do with me.
But why did you have Wynn come now?
Well, I think it's easier for us to protect her if she's here than if she's somewhere gallivanting.
You do a lot of gallivanting.
I mean, Wynn also does a lot of the protection of the group. I think I'm still not entirely certain. I say fully out loud. I'm still not entirely certain that we know all of the details of this situation.
I also am not, but I'm a little emotional from sort of thinking my parents were breaking up, not thinking my dad was kidnapped, finding out he's secretly some bamf in the woods.
And I'm just hoping we get to see an Ewok.
So your dad picks up his bow and quiver and he walks away. So what are you guys going to do before the end of the night? Are you going to head back to the palace, or did you want to go try to find your friends?
I think, to my group, this is Wynn's offering her perspective. I do think we should do a quick sweep ourselves and figure out if this is the camp.
Did we see the map where they planned the attack?
No, you did not see the location from the Royal Guard.
Gotcha. Madie, do you remember any details of where the attack was said to be held?
So I feel like it was like north of the city, but I don't totally remember. I was super confused because like my parents were there and they were really not supposed to be there. And then it was like, actually they not only took jobs without telling me, they moved too. And I was like real scrambled about it. So I didn't get a lot of information. I do though have something I want to ask you all. I'm kind of thinking I need to wear a disguise or something. So some people know you all are traveling with a human, but I feel like when we like burst into places and it's like, but hey, there's a human, which usually, let's be honest, super fun. But like right now, kind of feels dangerous.
I slowly raise up my tree camouflage suit.
Thanks, but I've got something I think it's a little easier to walk in. And maybe a little less suspicious.
What do you have?
I have a disguise in my inventory.
Oh.
You sure do. So
We just need to give you elf ears and then no one's gonna question it.
what does Madie's disguise look like?
So it just says disguise. Can I do whatever I want to do with it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a magic disguise or is it a regular disguise?
It's a regular one, not magic.
Okay.
It's like spirit gum.
If only we had that guy from the magic clothing shop. If only we knew where he was. I hope he's not dead.
We left him in Stone Snarry, so...
I think he's
We
must be
did.
dead. I saw his shop catch on fire.
We did. We all saw that shop catch on fire.
Fires before. It can happen.
Yeah. Anyhow, I missed that guy. I really wish we had him with us. Okay.
there are people in Broken Rock if you need new clothes or something.
Yeah, but I don't trust any of those people.
My friends have always been sort of resistant.
Okay, if you know somebody who can make me a magic disguise, I still think I should
it's not magic.
That's what I want. It's a magic disguise guy. Well, anyway, he's gone and dead. It's growing out for him.
And he probably cheats at cards all the time too.
Yeah,
We would have no way of knowing.
in the afterlife, we would never know. Okay, so I decide maybe my cloak. I like this. I very much like this elf idea. So that's what my disguise is that I put a little spirit gum on my ears, a little pointy, and then I try to do something with this hair. My hair is crazy, so I get a wig out and put it on.
If only that helpful young elf tailor was still alive to do your hair like he did last time.
We don't know he's dead. I don't know why you guys are thinking...
I think he's super dead. It would be a miracle if he wasn't dead. It would be so miraculous that you would all be very happy about it and wouldn't ask any questions.
Man, I would be so happy about it.
Right,
I
you're
mean, I
acting-
would ask lots of questions. But why do you keep bringing it up? We were headed on to talking about my wig here.
Let's talk about your wig. What are your choices of wig?
I got this long, blonde, super pin straight wig.
Can
that
I
I
roll
put
to
on.
help with the disguise if Madie is okay with me trying to help?
That would be great.
Awesome.
What would I roll for that?
Let's go ahead and roll. Let's roll a stealth check.
That's 13.
Okay. Awesome. So Martin is able to help you some.
Okay, and then for me, what would it be for me? Like, how good is my disguise?
So let's just roll a stealth check for you as well.
Okay. 16. Let's see if I have a modifier. Plus
Are you
1, 17.
proficient with disguise kit?
17.
Awesome. So you and Martin together are able to make a pretty believable disguise. Like, you disappear into this disguise and you're now an elf.
Okay, what should I call myself, y'all? I need a name.
Leslie.
Perfect.
Maid elf. Because it's Madie and elf, and you just stick them together. You want to keep, in my experience for disguises, like when I was a tree, I became a tree, but you also want to keep, but I was still named Martin, because you want to keep those things as clear as possible so you don't get like lost in the disguise.
Leslie it is then.
And now, was this when you were also dead lover?
Yes.
Yes. I had a first name,
Yes.
but the last name was for Spice.
Okay, so that's sort of the distraction.
Very spicy.
Mhm.
Wait, it was Dead Lover Spice?
Ugh.
I would roll to remember that, but I fear no one remembers what my first name was at the time.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm feeling really good. I'm all
Okay.
like ready to go.
Should we start? Well, Wynn, since Spark was your group, do you know where they hang out?
I
You
mean, I
remember
know
the
where they
city.
used to hang out, but I do think we should do our own little perimeter check real quick.
Let's do a perimeter check.
Okay.
I can fly it, if that could be faster.
So, Aria, you're gonna fly around the perimeter. Does everyone else want to check, or just Aria?
I think as we're like leaving the woods, we do our own check, but Aria does the main check.
Okay, so Madie, Wynn, Martin do a perception check. Aria, can you give me 3 perception checks?
I rolled a
Perception
1.
check is an unnatural 20.
Okay.
16.
Okay. Madie, it's really dark.
This wig is all on my face.
I'm doing investigation checks.
Perception.
Perception checks. Okay. So that's 21, 4, and 9.
Awesome. So let's resolve Aria's 21, and then we'll resolve Martin's 20. So on Aria's 21, you see Mox, the turtle, is sending a messenger bird of some kind. And you see that after he does that, he kind of looks around and starts to head back to the base.
Wynn's head is exploding.
Martin, on your unnatural 20, you see that Wynn's dad goes to meet a person who has a Destined pin on the outskirts of the village as you all are, of the hideout as you all are leaving.
Do we recognize the person with the Destined pin?
You do not.
I chase the bird. That's
You
carrying
chase the
a
bird?
message.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So
Bird chase.
Are you trying to catch it?
Bird.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me an opposed grapple check.
Alrighty.
Do we see this bird chase? Because if so, I can cast a spell to maybe help.
You do not. So Aria flew off to see the bird. Actually, do sleight of hand instead of strength. Because
my strength modifier is so much better. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, you're trying to snatch it out of the air. So.
Crit fail.
Oh, okay. So you
Sorry,
close in on the bird, and it slips between your talons and gets away.
This is how it's gonna be all day. I'm just telling you now.
You can see though that it's headed toward the palace.
I'll take it. Okay. I'll fly back to the group.
Awesome.
And inform them of what I've seen.
Okay, I hear this and I'm like, would a gust help? I think I can blow it down? Like,
Probably
I can
already.
literally control the wind?
What if she just tried to like talk to it?
The bird?
Yeah, instead of physically assaulting it.
The bird's gone.
I think the
Aria
bird's
came
gone.
back.
Next time.
Okay.
Yeah, next time.
Oh, well, I'm about to go physically assault a turtle, so...
Yeah, do you guys want to go look for Wynn's friends, or we could go confront Mox?
Punch a turtle in his stupid beak.
I think...
that's a really Aria thing to say.
I'm sorry, I'm all riled up.
I
You're right.
appreciate Wynn's instincts, but Mox is probably less dangerous if we know he's up to something, especially since he's already planning to lead your dad into Churlish's grasp personally.
You're right. Okay.
It is funky.
I'm so shocked that you said that I was right about something. I kind of like look around and go like,
Martin, you have good ideas often.
I hit Martin just for good measure.
You also have
the world is
bad
normal
ideas.
again.
Well, I'm curious. I mean, because obviously the palace has a spy in their midst. It's entirely possible that the resistance has spies as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, what are you all going to do? You're going to do anything else before you head somewhere?
Our DM's really trying to get us to do actual action.
something.
He's like, you guys always do this.
Talk about,
Talk about it. What time? So
We're
what
a very
time is it?
communicative group.
We want to figure out the plot.
No, this is good. I like it. You said what time of day is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's sundown, so the sun is set and it's like early night.
Since we're in the outskirts of the city, do we see like some cool kids like just hanging out?
So you see some bugbears, and they're just hanging out. And the bugbears are like these really furry, goblin-looking creatures.
I see them. They look rad.
Awesome. So yeah, the bugbears are hanging out, and one of them has a set of dice and is rolling them against a tree. And the others are like cheering, like, yeah! And like they're just playing some sort of game.
They look like my friends.
I roll up my collar. I feel like, hey, fellow monster children.
What do you want?
What's happening?
We're just playing a game. What's it to you?
Let's talk about a real game. Cards. Do I have a playing card set, or do they have a playing card set?
I do. Pretty sure I
What are
do.
you doing at all?
What?
Hold on, let me check my
What are you
inventory.
even incurring?
I'm
What
almost
just-
positive. Oh no, I have a dice set. I only have dice. Sorry.
We just
My
started
my
walking.
proficiency is with playing cards.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, so
Are you trying to like con these people out of their lunch money? Like, what are you doing?
cool kids know about when stuff happens, okay? I wasn't a cool kid growing up. I didn't know about when stuff happened. So, how's I hear it is you folks might know about something.
I mean, I guess we know a lot about a lot of things.
So
And you see one of the bugbears is like, oh yeah, this one time I learned how to tie my shoes. And you know, if you do over under instead of under over, it actually lasts longer.
Really?
Oh, I do the bunny
I-
ears.
I try. I untie my shoes and I do what they said. They're like, I like you, kid. I like your moxie. You want to make some money?
What?
I don't know. This seems kind of sketchy. We were just.
Hey!
I'm not sketchy. Not
He's
sketchy.
sketchy. No, he is.
Me,
When-
least sketchy person you have ever met.
He's super sketchy.
Where's that accent coming from, Martin?
It's from. Can I roll for a region of Yashan that this comes from?
Go for it.
It's from
Oh,
New
boy.
York.
It's from.
New Year's
I
shot.
rolled a 9.
Okay.
What region does it come from?
It's from a drill.
Okay. So yeah, it's a downtown Adril accent. All the toughs that I knew, I'm channeling their voices, even though I don't even remember them for the money first accent.
So the bugbears look at you and they're like, "What do you want, guy?"
Okay. There's this group of cool. So like you cool? There's a group of even cooler kids. They're named the Spock. You heard of them?
Is
What?
that like weird terrorist group or whatever?
Yes, I'm looking for terrorists.
Well, I don't know, man. That sounds dangerous. You shouldn't hang around people like that.
Yeah, I agree. It's probably best if you kids also don't hang around with terrorist groups or
But if
talk
you
to
wa-
strangers on the street.
Can
But
I
if
just
you
say, you
have-
kids are so sweet. You keep doing what you're doing. You all are just very sweet.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we're just trying to, do the right thing, and when we grow up, we want to go into public office, so we're just trying to stay out of trouble.
And you know the best way to stay out of trouble? Not having to rely on anyone else for money. Now, if I don't spend enough money in a day, I die. So I'm just going to start giving you money, and you just start telling me things about Broken Rock. And if you say something about terrorists, then hey, that just slipped out. We're just making conversation. Conversation while I give you money.
You
How
see,
old are these children?
so you can make a
They're
investigation
cool,
check to
okay?
see how old
They're
the
probably
bug is.
teenagers.
Oh,
17?
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
they're like late teens, early 20s.
Oh, they're-
one
okay.
of
go
the
into
bugbears,
office, Martin. Quit bribing them for information.
This isn't a bribe.
one of the bugbears kind of looks at you
This is a
and he's
donation
like,
to their political campaigns.
he's like, how about this? Let's make a deal. If you want to know some secrets, I'll tell you, but you have to take that money and give it to somebody who really needs it. All right? Is that a deal?
God. Oh, you're the best kids I ever met.
And so he like leans in close and he's like, listen, I heard that the Spark has some secret hideout and it's on the shore near the pier. But you didn't hear that from me.
I didn't hear it.
Can I do
gonna
a
give
perception
this-
check to see if they're telling the truth or they're just messing with us because Martin's being bananas?
Yeah, do an insight check.
Okay.
Now I feel like they might have lied to me. I feel really bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost like
insight-
bribery includes
Yeah.
it encourages dishonesty.
18.
They're 100% lying. He's just making this.
I like these kids
Being
even more.
lied to by cool kids.
He's like, all right,
Wait,
now
wait.
I gave you information. Now me and my friends are just gonna go, and we don't want any trouble. All right.
Hey, I want to try to catch up to them. I'll be like, excuse me, hold on. Martin, just shh. Okay.
I'm
Go and
feeling
talk to
really
them.
good from the victory of some cool kids talking to me and telling me not lies. So I'm like,
Martin doesn't know. It's a
I don't mind that Madie's going off and talking to the cool kids alone.
Okay, so I go up to them and I'm like, kind of quiet, like, hey, guys, here's the deal. Like, listen, I'm sorry. My friend, he's a lot of trouble, like, controlling himself. Anyway, we're working on it. We're just trying to find some friends of ours. And can you please just tell us the truth? Like, do you know anything about the Spark and, like, where they might be?
I mean, I don't know anything, but if you're messing around with people like that, then you got some dangerous friends.
I totally agree, and I think your head is on straight, and I appreciate that, young man. But you know, maybe you could help me, because maybe if I can like figure this out, I can dump that guy.
Well, all right, look. I guess you people aren't going to leave us alone unless we tell you something.
Definitely not.
What I know is there's some people who claim they're with the Spark that come around the food shelter every day, early morning. You could probably catch one of them there.
Okay, and where's the food shelter?
It's in downtown Broken Rock.
Okay. All right, right on. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We're going to get out of here because you guys are weird.
Yeah, you go.
Are you all headed back to the palace, or where are you going?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I was gonna just like go to our secret clubhouse from when I was in like
okay,
and hung out with
cool. So you
Spark.
go to the secret clubhouse where you used to hang out with them, and there's nobody there. It looks like people haven't been there for a few years. Like there are spider webs everywhere.
Did they leave like a note or anything? I figure like this is like my rogue background of like where we would use thieves' cant and we would leave secret symbols.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Heck yeah.
I don't.
21.
Nice.
Awesome. So in Thieves' Cant, you see that there's a note from Orpheus, who was your best friend and the leader, and it says, "Hey, Win, if you're seeing this, then we don't hang out here anymore." And then you see there's a part that says like, "I miss you," and it's scratched out. And then it's like, "This is stupid. You're probably never gonna see this anyway, but I hope you're okay." And then it has like a little heart, and it says Orpheus.
I take the note and I put it away.
Awesome.
But I tell my friends what it said, but except for the heart part.
I'm oblivious to most of it because I'm just still feeling good about not getting lied to by cool kids.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell everybody. Those kids were lying to Martin. We have to go to the breakfast place in downtown. In the morning, they said that sometimes they come up there.
And that sounds like something they would be doing, right? Like would be to like help volunteer with the soup kitchen.
I mean, yeah, either they're volunteering or they're eating. Like either way, it makes sense that they would be there. They're kind of living off grid.
Yeah, no, I mean like that sounds like something that we did we didn't call ourselves the Spark then. Oh, we did, yes. But it was like a thing like right when I was leaving, we just came up with the name. You know when you like have a group of friends and then you're like, we're the cool kids, and then you like make up names and you're like, we're gonna be the Rat
I sure
Pack.
wouldn't know about having
then-
a group of cool friends.
Yeah.
We have a name, guys.
Yeah, we have a name.
We do.
It's Glee.
It's
It
Glee.
is Glee.
We're the group of like-minded itinerant individuals.
That's right.
Martin, it's okay. You don't have to be cool to be cool.
I feel like that sentence doesn't make much sense grammatically or literally.
Okay, just answer this question for me. What's cooler than cool, Martin?
Ice cold.
I was for Martin.
Oh, sorry.
I guess a well-balanced stock portfolio.
Okay, that's fine, Martin. Just try to unwind a little bit. You're fine. Do you need to smoke some illegal magic?
I might need to. Let's wait until we're somewhere that's not on the street.
Yeah,
Hey,
probably.
Martin, have you spent money today?
I gave those kids a bunch of money and they lied to me.
They didn't take it. They gave it back to you. That's
Oh,
probably why
shoot,
he's feeling
yeah.
bad.
We have
Oh,
to
no.
go find a
Oh yeah,
charity at Broken Rock,
I have to
and
give it to someone who
go to
deserves it. I need
Yes.
to give it to someone who needs it.
What time is it?
So at this point, it's probably around early morning.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah.
We didn't sleep at all.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go to why don't we go to the food pantry and you can give your money there. We can also then like see what's up.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
We spent all night just doing nonsense.
Yes.
We never do that.
Awesome. So you head over to the food pantry, and it's this place called the the reused can, and you see that there is a beluga, which is like this giant ape person, and they are handing out like boxes of food to people as they come by. And there's also a sprite there, and the sprite looks over at you, Win, and you recognize this as Narcissa, who is one of your friends from the group. And
meanwhile, I'm terrified. I need to run over to the person who's giving out the boxes of food, and I just start dumping in bags of money with each one.
Awesome. So you're dumping in money, and people are like, "Oh my god, thank you!" And they're taking the food and the money. And your friend Narcissa flies over and gives you a big hug, Win.
Sissy!
It's so good to see you again. I thought I'd never see you.
Back in town, very briefly. Heard my dad was kidnapped, and I wink.
She looks around and she's like, "Yeah, that's really terrible. What happened to him? I hope that he's okay."
Hopefully I'll be able to find him. So I brought my friends. We're an adventuring party now, and we're gonna see if we can find any clues to where he is.
In the background, you hear me yelling, "Gonna turn the reused can to the reused can, am I right, fellas?"
Everybody's like, "Rah!" Like all the gorilla people are cheering. And you see, she looks at you and she's like, "I don't think this is a safe place to have this conversation. How about this? Come to our hideout later. All right?" And she hands you a paper with an address on it.
Yes. Okay.
All
and
right.
It's nice to see you are all still be really involved.
Well, we're doing what we can, but a lot has changed.
Yeah. Is Orpheus still around?
Yeah, she's, just come by later, okay?
Okay. I don't like that pause.
She flies back to help with...
Okay. Nap time?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you all returning?
Have guards check. Oh, I was just to say they're probably gonna have guards checking on us in the morning. So
We should
if we get into our beds, that would be ideal.
Can we just sneak back into Aria's open window, and then if they find us all in there, it's not weird?
Slumber party.
Yeah.
Sleep on the floor because
yes,
there's no furniture.
So you all, you get back to the palace and you sneak in to Aria's room, and as you do, there is a lizard folk, so a lizard person, in full body armor, wearing the half cape, and with a trident that's like sitting in a chair, kind of like half awake. And when you come in, he looks up at you and he's like, "Oh, there you are. We looked everywhere for you all. You were out all night."
No, just got an early morning breakfast.
I mean, we had a guard posted in everyone's room, and you haven't been here, so where were you?
I hide behind Martin and pull my hood up like enough to try to tuck the hair in.
Okay, awesome. So you're attempting to do that. So you notice that this person is wearing the captain of the guards pin that formerly the other captain was wearing. So this is a different captain, but it looks like he has the same pin, and you can see that he has the same like attire and insignia.
Can I roll insight to see if he's suspicious?
Absolutely.
That's a 19.
Awesome. So you see on the pin there's a little bit of blood on it, and you see that his fingers, where his claws are, have like some scuffs on them around his knuckles, and under his nails looks like there's some type of meat or something of the sorts.
This seems like a thing where I should try to charm person. I give my companions a look of like charm person.
Sorry.
I'd like to cast a. So. Yes, just level. If you cast additional levels of Charm Person, it just charms additional people. So I'll just cast a level 1 Charm Person.
Awesome. Can you go ahead and read the spell to me? Does he need to make a save?
Just needs to make a Wisdom save of 14.
Awesome. He is successful. What happens on a success?
If it fails a saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature, it doesn't say anything. So, like, if they saved, then they saved. It looks like. Okay.
Are they aware that you tried to charm them?
They are aware that if I do manage to charm them, they're aware. If not, it doesn't seem like there is that. It seems like it's a dealer's choice. It seems like, in particular, it doesn't seem like they are aware.
Okay, cool.
Especially if I try to do a covert.
Stealthy charm. Okay, cool.
We are ship-lagged, and we just couldn't fall asleep, so we were out on the town all night, and now we would very much like to sleep, sir.
Speaking of, what's your name?
You see he stands up, and he's like, I'm Captain Skipglider, and I'm the new captain of the guard. Last night...
What happened to the last...
Well, they were sent to the insurgent camp, and things did not go as planned. We lost several men, and the captain was one of those. And so,
can I roll to see if he's lying?
Yeah, go for it.
What would that be?
Insight.
That would be a 16.
He is telling the truth. The captain was killed in the insurgent camp, and Representative Swan Virgil has named me the new captain of the guard.
Well,
congrats. Good night.
You say that, and he's like, good night. And he leaves the room.
I
just like collapse on the ground, like lie down.
My dad was there.
Oh
shoot.
Can we stop him before he leaves?
I couldn't ask him because I'm still disguised like an elf. I don't want him to see my disguise.
Skip glider, and I like jump up and like run out the door.
He turns on a heel and he's like, yes?
Captain, do you have a list of all the casualties from the camp? I, of course, know many people in Broken Rock, and I'd like to make sure my friends aren't among them.
I pop out my head like this and I go like, I can pay you for it.
Literally, Martin.
He's like...
I whispered to Martin, we also need to know where the camp was.
I can also pay you...
Nope. Hand over Martin's mouth.
You see, he's like, my services are offered for the duty of my country. I'm paid through the system. And as far as the list of casualties, you would need to speak with your mother. She's organizing funeral arrangements.
Cool. I will do that. Do you know where she is right now?
She should be in her chambers.
Also, that cool battle where you got all those neat scars, you handsome lizard devil, you. Where was that generally in terms of compass direction?
You see, as you say scars, he like narrows his eyes at you, and then
I roll for persuasion. It is not great. It's a 9.
A 9? Okay. You see, he looks at you and says, the young master would do well to know his place. And
my place is the other side of this door.
There you go.
He looks at you, Wynn, and he's like, if that's all, Lady Snapdragon, I'll make my leave.
Of course. Congrats on your promotion, but I'm sorry it was for such a terrible reason.
And he turns and leaves. So, you all are back in the palace, and some of you are pretty tired. What are you going to do?
I'm going to take off my disguise right now and put it in my pockets.
I think we should all take a nap, because otherwise we'll be really exhausted. And then meet my mom to make sure Madie's parents are okay. Or we can do that right now, Madie, but...
I mean, it is whatever happened. I think we need to rest.
Okay. So we'll try and find a list of casualties. We'll go try and find the spark. And can I do, like, is anyone listening in?
You can make a perception check.
Yes, I can. Is it 10 anything?
As far as you know, you all are not being overheard.
And then maybe we take a look at the secret entrance and see where it leads, because I don't trust Mox.
You know, I don't know. Now I'm thinking about this through. We have a lot to do, and we have to go back and also meet up with your friends. I don't know if we have time to sleep.
Can we take a short rest? Does anyone need...
Do we need a rest? We're all healthy, right?
I did just try to charm a person, so I'm just feeling a little bit tuckered out. I also had a bunch of young cool kids that are like socially responsible, like just dunk on me. So I at least need to erase the previous night from my memory somewhat.
So I pull out the stein and I say, what if I could pour a potion in here, we could all split it, like a health potion. Would that, like, boost us up?
So I will say, I'm not going to give you levels of exhaustion. So you don't have to worry about, like, oh, we got to sleep so we won't be exhausted. That's fine. But if you wanted to recover, like, some spell slots or abilities or something like that, you can take a short rest. And then do whatever you wanted to do. It won't burn too much daylight. If you wanted to take a long rest, then you'll go from early morning to afternoon. So it's whatever you all want to do.
All I would need is a very short rest.
Okay, well, then let's take, what is that, like an hour or two?
Something like that, yeah. And you
Yeah.
can use your hit die to recover HP if you need to.
I don't think we're hurt. I think it was just more of like a role play thing of we literally we arrived on a ship and then like ran around for 24 hours.
It's true.
Awesome. So, you all take some time to rest. Do you all stay in Aria's room?
It might
I think
be
we
smart.
should. I think
Okay.
if we go to our rooms, we might trigger other things happening.
Okay, so you all stay in Aria's room and
We
rest.
might trigger a cutscene.
Yeah. Then you
I would
can't
love-
save in the middle of that. You know, you just can't.
I would love to take that weird spear stone thing that I stole from the knife museum to a blacksmith at some point, but I don't think that's a high priority. Do you have? But you can't smith though. Like, do you have actual
tools.
smithing tools? Oh shit! I have a favor to ask you later then.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I don't have fire right now, but we do have a wizard with us. So anyhow, if you need help,
And your wizard just learned Fireball.
I want a cool spear.
I saw
Yeah.
Twitter.
I can make this for you. Aria, let's talk about it.
So you all rest, and then when you awaken, yeah, you're awakened. So what are you gonna do?
We gotta find out about my dad, y'all.
Okay, let's go find my mom.
Awesome. So you leave Aria's room and you head to your mom's room. And as you round the corner, oh, Martin?
Well, I need to check it in my room for unrelated reasons before we all duck to the mom's room. Is it possible for me to do that very quickly?
Yeah.
Can I wake up maybe a little bit before everybody else and check in?
Absolutely. 1 sec. So,
Hey guys, I just we got some really important stuff to do today, so I'm just gonna make sure I get something really important out of my room first. I'll be back.
What you getting, Martin?
Just and then I
Can I insight check Martin?
sure.
Yes. And that's a good one. 18.
Awesome. So, Martin, what are you going to get? what does Aria learn from inciting into what
It's
your
the stowaway,
true
right?
you know I'm definitely not getting something out of my room. And actually there's no signs of the stowaway. So as far as in character, you know I'm definitely not getting something out of the room. You know I'm going in to check in on something / someone potentially. I've got something in my room that's suspicious that people don't know about.
Can I follow Martin?
Sure.
Roll some stealth.
Yeah, so you're going to roll a stealth check, and you need to
Who do you think you are?
You need to beat Martin's passive perception.
Okay.
Okay. So
My passive perception is very high.
So you are aware that you're being followed. For the sake of time, we're going to speed things up a bit. And would you like to continue through with your mission since you're aware you're being followed?
I am, knowing I'm being followed at the end of the hall where I would go into my room. I like turn around and I go like, whoop. Sure did look at my room. Just needed to make sure it was still there. Hi, Aria. And I walk past to go to Wynn's mom's office.
Awesome. So you all gather at Wynn's
Not the
mom's.
weirdest thing I've seen Martin do. I guess it's fine.
When you get
It was weirder than me turning up my collar and doing a weird drill accent with some children.
I mean,
Sure wasn't.
You get to Mithrica's office, and you see that there are a ton of guards standing outside of her office, and Captain Skipglider is there, and he's arresting Mithrica. And
Oops.
you see, he says, Lady Gilchrist, on charges of treason against Broken Rock, you're under arrest, and you will be imprisoned until your sentence of execution is carried out.
No!
And they're
can't.
taking your mom away in shackles. And you-
No. They aren't.
What
They aren't gonna
happened when
do-
we were resting? We rested for like an hour.
At some point, there was something that happened.
Someone sent a bird.
That's what I yell. I just yelled that. What happened when we were resting at the at Skip Glider?
You
Oh
see
shoot! I shouldn't have forgotten about that.
the
Oh, yeah.
soldiers all turn around and they face you,
I did kind of botch
and they're
that.
like, "Return to your rooms. This is official business of the Royal Guard."
Well, I'd like to talk to
My
the
first instinct is
representative
to turn
right
around
now.
again and go like, whoop, just gonna check back in.
So
I
Martin
want to
slips away.
stab somebody.
You want to stab somebody? Okay,
Well, yeah.
go ahead and roll an attack.
How many people are in this
No,
room?
no, wait, no. I'm not actually gonna do it.
I
Okay,
mean,
Yes.
yeah, how many guards?
so there are about 6 guards in the hallway. There's Captain Skip Glider, and there's your mom.
And we're inside the room, right?
You're in the hallway.
Ugh.
6 on
what is
5
the meaning
isn't
of
that
this?
bad?
Captain Skip Glider turns to you and says, "We got word from reliable sources that your mother is conspiring with a resistance group against Representative Swan Virgil."
Mox totally overheard us.
Did you say that out loud?
I guess.
Okay, you say that, and
Accidentally.
the Captain Skip Glider is like, "Overheard you? We're gonna need to question you and your friends."
And now we definitely have to start a fight. My bad,
Or
guys.
you let my mom go.
No, I'm like, you have to question us? You have to question us? I cast hideous laughter over the room.
Awesome. So,
Us? Suspicious? Woo!
they have to make saves, right?
Yeah. A wisdom of 14.
Okay. Does this? Oh my gosh! Does this count as being charmed?
No. A creature, so they perceive everything as hilariously funny, fall into fits of laughter. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration, which is up to 1 minute. A creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected, and at the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. So yeah, it seems like if I done succeeded, which I think I have, depending on your reaction, everyone just starts laughing really hard and they fall to the ground.
Is it
So-
everyone or is it one person?
You cast Tasha's hideous laughter, and 2 of the guards closest to you fail, and they're like, this guy, and they fall to the ground laughing. But you see that Captain Skipglider's unaffected, and he takes out 2 daggers from his side, and he's like, "This is your last warning."
Okay, I jump up and say, hey, wait. My father is a general. My father is, and I say my father's name.
Captain Skipglider looks at you and he's like, "Your father was injured during the battle, and it may be fatal. He has no rank right now." And
I don't care about his rank.
He has no rank because he got hurt?
That doesn't make any sense, but that's fine. I'm just saying, like, you can trust us. My dad fought with you last night. Just stop. I'm sorry, my friends are idiots. Just stop for a second.
That's valid.
He puts his blades away and he's like, "I'll forgive this outburst if you all return to your rooms and let us do our jobs."
Okay.
But I need an audience with the representative. Obviously, I am upset that you are taking my mother to be executed.
And when we will do that, I don't think he's the one who's going to help you here. We need to go find who the representative is. We need to go talk to Turlish or somebody. We need to go talk to somebody, okay? But right now, I say to the guy very loudly, we are all going to go back to our rooms and wait further instruction.
He nods to you, and they start to walk away down the other direction with your mom. Those 2 guards are still on the floor laughing, and he just leaves them there. You all, are you going to head back to your rooms, or are you going to attempt to do something else?
I'm going to go knock on Keith's door and knock on Anne's door.
Okay, awesome. So you go to Anne's room.
Aria's like, all right.
She's there, like she has her feet up and she's playing with the knife, and she's like, "Oh, about time. I thought you guys forgot about me." So,
we need you.
I thought you forgot about me. No, we need you.
So she comes with you. You go to Keith's room, and
oh, Carmen, he better be there. He better be there, Carmen.
I need to...
I'm just saying.
You knock on the door of Keith's room, and you see that he is in there with a tiefling.
Excuse me?
He's in there with a tiefling, and they are playing cards together. And
okay.
I'm
immediately jealous of this other tiefling who gets to play cards with Keith.
Yeah, he's a red tiefling, and he looks at you all, and he's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? My name's Calderon."
I don't care about your name, dude.
Whoa, what's with the hostility? And you see Keith stands up and he's like, "Hey, guys, this is my new friend. Calderon's cool. Don't worry about it."
I don't trust him.
What is happening? Why are you so aggressive right now?
My mom just got arrested. Keith, bring your knives.
Whoa, this is a lot of information.
If Calderon isn't going to bring out some knives or some magic, then he's dead to all of us.
Or Calderon could just leave. I think he should just leave.
No, I think Calderon should put up or shut up.
Leave.
Calderon pulls a bow and arrow off of his back, and he's like, "Oh, I thought you wanted some help. Do you want me to leave or you want me to stay?"
Yeah, Calderon. No, Calderon isn't leaving. Calderon is my friend.
He looks over.
Can I try to insight check this dude?
Yeah, go for it.
For his general motivations.
Sure.
Okay, 17.
You feel like this guy really likes Keith. Out of the 3 seconds that you've known him, you can't really gather where he stands on other things in the world. But as for right now, you can tell that he's genuinely wants to be friends with Keith.
I mean, what's not to like? Okay, y'all, we gotta go. We gotta go put some potion in my dad's mouth, and then we gotta go save Wen's mom. Come on, we gotta do this. Oh, right, Keith, guys, everybody, Keith, my dad is like mortally wounded someplace. We have to find him.
What? Your dad's hurt? Oh my gosh, I missed so much.
It's been a long 24 hours, Keith.
It's really complicated. We're in this tree village. It was a whole thing.
You see Calderon's like a tree village. That's weird. Where is it?
Yeah, it is. Calderon, I'm
with
sorry
the bird.
that I doubted you at first. Because, I was like, man, it's another tiefling. Is this going to be weird? but we aren't gonna make it weird. We aren't gonna make it weird, Calderon. We're gonna make it great.
Yeah.
Me and you, buddy.
My dad is dying.
Yes.
So do you head to Madie? Where do you all head from here?
Where would they have do we know when? Do you know anything about this castle? We gotta get to the hospital.
Yeah,
Castle hospital.
Yeah, there's an infirmary that you all
Yeah.
are aware of.
That's where we go.
Yes.
Awesome.
We, as we start to go, I'm like, we might have one other friend we can bring along.
What?
Who?
Are you talking about like your weird, like something that like something that's not a person that you're gonna be like, this is my friend, like
That
this rock I
happened
have in my pocket? Come on.
Twice. Actual friend also speaks, and it isn't just me projecting a voice into it because I'm a wizard. So
What?
I
Who?
op-
What?
I open up my door and I look back at everybody. And I'm like, hey, buddy, we might need your help. We found a really cool tiefling, and I didn't trust him at first, and I got really hostile, but then he showed a willingness to murder without knowing us, and I trusted him a lot. So, do you think you could help in like a combat situation and also other general situations that would require some assistance?
You see, Fee has like his straw hat like tilted up, and he has these really big goggles on, and he's like working on something, and he's like, I can't help right now. I'm not really much of a fighter. I'm too busy. I'm figuring out your whole curse thing. Come back later.
Yeah, I know you're putting me off right now, but we just really need some help. And as we spoke about before, my curse, I'm fine. I don't need help.
And
I get tired of waiting, and I just push past Martin. I'm like, who's in here?
You see, Fee is working on Martin 1 and Martin 2, and he's like trying to get inside of their heads, crossing some wires and stuff. And he's like, there's some kind of secret message in here. I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't really know how machines work.
Forgot it.
By the way, I've been keeping... Sounds bad when I put it. The way I was going to put it makes it sound bad, and this is already a bad situation. So I've got a teenage assistant who I've been keeping a secret.
Hey,
Ta-da!
that does sound bad.
So you're not dead.
Oh, no.
I turned to him, and I was like, you're not dead.
I hit on the boat. That was like
You were on the
safest
boat?
place. Oh, yeah, in the barrel. Martin didn't tell you?
We were on the boat.
Oh,
Why were you
yeah.
hiding
Classic
in the
Martin.
Together.
Aren't you so happy that he's not dead? We all agreed you'd be so happy if you found out he wasn't dead, that there would be no consequences whatsoever for not telling you that he wasn't dead.
Martin, you said he was definitely dead.
Why'd you say
I said that, but like, did you see the glow in my eyes? My eyes are always glowing with like this mischief and delight.
Hey!
But that was especially...
It's fine that he's not dead. It's cool that he's here. Well, Martin, we'll talk about your weird need to lie at some other point, but we have more important things to do. Fee, you're not a fighter. Please stay out of danger, but we can't protect you in this room. So run and hide again, and we'll come find you if anyone comes to this room.
Okay. He snaps his fingers and turns into a barrel.
So, okay, I'll process that later.
Infirmary time.
So you all head to the infirmary, and your dad, Madie, is... they have like 2 or 3 beds matched together to make one big bed that's big enough to fit him. You see that he has some slashes down his chest, and it looks like there's a wound on his side where he got stabbed. His face is pretty bruised, and one of his horns is broken off. And you see that your mom is in there. He's unconscious, and your mom is in there, and she's like holding on to his hand. And she's like, "Oh, Madie, sweetie, I'm so happy that you're here. Your father got hurt."
What happened?
Well, it looks like they went to some insurgent camp, and they got caught by surprise, and your father got hurt during the fighting.
Where was it? Do you know? Do you know anything about what happened?
No, they don't tell me anything, sweetie. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So I go over, and I pull out a potion, and I pour it in his mouth, help him drink it.
Awesome. So you help him drink the potion, and you see there's like this faint green aura around him, and the wound where it looks like he was stabbed, and some of the scuffs and marks on his faces start to close up, but the slashes across his chest are still there.
Oh my god, clearly it's a werewolf.
You see that your mom looks at you and she's like, I think that there's some things your father and I were trying to protect you from, but things are getting out of control, and I think that you should know the reason that we came here was to protect you. The things aren't safe anymore, and it seems like they're not safe anywhere. Our home is gone, sweetie.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, what? Sorry, blacked out for a second. What's gone?
Our home, Crayola, where we grew up, where our family used to live, is gone. That's why we had to leave. There was an army of the dead that came through, and they destroyed everything. Your father made a deal, and because he made this deal, we were able to survive.
What deal did he make? I told him not to make deals. He always likes to make deals. I told him not to do that.
He was concerned about you, and he wanted to see you again. This is some powerful stuff, and it's way beyond us. Your father and I, we just wanted to be safe and to keep you safe.
Okay, that's not an answer. What's the deal that he made?
All right. You're right. I'm not being direct with you. Your father made a deal with the King of the Dead. And apparently there's some plan to bring all of the humans back. But the King of the Dead doesn't want that. So he's trying to destroy everything and everyone to prevent that from happening. Somehow he knows about you, that you're the last human, and he wants to kill you. He promised us that you would be safe if we would fight for him.
Okay, first of all, we all know that that's never true. Second of all, we know for sure I'm the last human. I always kind of held out hope that there were more of us.
Well, I mean, we've not been around the world or anything, but as far as we know, you're the only human. You're our daughter. It doesn't matter if you're human or not. We have to protect you, and that's our first priority.
Okay, so you're protecting me by making a deal with this demon guy. What's up with Daddy? Like, is he like half demon now or something?
Your mom slaps you, and she's like, "Your father is sick, and he might die. Show some respect."
Yeah, and my potion didn't work on the slashes on his chest, so either he was attacked by something magical or something magical is in him.
You see your mom hangs her head, and she's like, "I don't think that the potions are strong enough. We need something stronger. If we're going to save your father, we need some kind of powerful magic that I don't have."
Power of love?
I don't even know if that's strong enough.
I hit Martin.
Only way you could get the rights to that song.
She looks at you and she's like, "If you know someone who can help us find a cure, then please find it and hurry."
A cure for what?
I don't know. I don't know whatever this is. It seems like it's some kind of magic that's decaying him from the inside.
Yeah, because he made a deal with the devil. Damn it. Oh, I'm not going to do this. Okay, well, I mean, we do have a wizard with us. I don't know how powerful he is. He's also into, like, a lot of malarkey. I can talk to him. I have a feeling he's not going to be enough, though. So we have to go figure that out now. Listen. I appreciate you trying, but, man... This is bad.
She puts her hand on you and she's like, "We made a mistake. I'm sorry. We love you and we want you to be okay."
All right, thanks. I love you too. And I hug my mom.
She gives you a hug. You all have this tender moment together.
Okay. I turn to Martin. I'm like, "Martin, can you do anything about this?"
Well, I've learned a few things, and I've looked through my tomes. I can create a bubble of acid. I also can enlarge or reduce things. So if you think that your dad would do well with a heart and weight that was multiplied by 8, then I can do that. There's tiny hut.
Hey, Wynn, what should we do?
Are there other people in this infirmary?
As like other patients or doctors?
Patients.
No, just Madie's father.
Wait.
Mrs. Bullhorn,
Yes.
do you know anything about this attack? Like, what attacked him? Because any magic we can find will need to know, like, how to counteract it.
I've got detect magic. It would take a ritual. It would take time, but I can do detect magic.
Yeah. So you cast. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Awesome. So you start casting detect magic on the wounds, and as you're doing that, when this Bullhorn looks at you and she says, "I'm not sure what happened during the fight. He was unconscious when they got back, but I think that the captain may be able to give you more information."
Yeah, I doubt that.
Well, he did just arrest my mom, so...
Aria, is there anything like spiritual that you can do?
I could attempt to heal him if we took him into the temple, but if it's a magically inflicted wound, I think we'd likely run into the same issue. I think waiting for Martin's detect magic makes the most sense.
Okay.
I'm sorry I can't do more, Madie.
It's okay. Thank you. We'll figure it out. Okay, well, I guess we need to go and figure out Wynn's mom down.
Oh, one sec. So I want to get the result of Martin's.
Oh, it's quicker
magic.
than I thought.
Well, yeah, it takes 10 minutes, but like, as you all were.
Yeah, we could wait around 10 minutes. I thought it was going to be longer than that.
So essentially, like, what you learn is there's some sort of necrotic magic that is decaying his body from the inside, and you learn that you know from your studies that if you can perform a greater restoration, you can save him.
I can perform a minor wonder or miracle using thaumaturgy, which is transmutation magic, but it sounds like that won't be enough. And because it's necrotic, I assume it can't be like burned.
Nope. So you don't have the ability to cast greater restoration, but maybe there's another way to get some sort of greater restoration magic.
Is he like? Is he stable right now?
As far as you can tell, yeah, he seems stable.
Do we have like a timeline?
You can make a medicine check to try to see.
Okay. I could also just ask a doctor.
You could.
We could. I mean, Fee is pretty powerful when it comes to like making things transform, but I'm not sure if he's got the skills for healing someone.
So the doctor comes in. It's like this really old looking bugbear, and he has like glasses on the edge of his nose, and he's like, "Oh yes, the patient, he's not doing well. I believe that he only has about 3 days to live."
Okay. Yeah, my medicine check was a 4, so I'm glad the doctor came in.
Yeah.
I was like, it looks bad.
You were in here long enough that the doctor came back. So he kind of gives you his prognosis of everything he believes that was happened, the lacerations and the wound that he suffered from the battle. All those things are healed up now, so it seems like it's the wound across his chest that is something that would need some sort of magical healing.
I asked the doctor, do you know where they brought him from? Do you know where this battle took place? If we can have some idea of where he was.
I'm not sure. All I know is that there was some sort of insurgent camp, and they were taken by surprise. You would have to ask the captain of the guard for more specifics.
Yeah, we did. Okay.
Did you get any other soldiers in here?
Yes, but they've all passed away. If your father wasn't as strong as he is, he wouldn't have survived this long.
And they all had the same necrotic slashes?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so the only thing I can do is call priests from my temple to perform healing or assistance, but I think it's probably out of their capabilities.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a 5th level abjuration if we need greater restoration specifically. That's way beyond my capability.
Okay, well, we'll find somebody who can help. I'm sure of that. So, Gwen, what about that stone you got? What does that stone do? I'm sorry, Aria.
I have no idea what it does. I don't think we know.
I can detect magic on it.
Yeah. So
It's one of the few things I can do right now.
you detect magic as you know they're talking to the doctor and stuff, and you feel like this stone has some sort of angelic power to it, but it's locked within the stone itself. So you would need to find a way.
Can I fight the stone?
No, you know from your ritual that it would need some sort of magical extraction to get the power out.
Okay. All right. Well, I
That
think we've
sounds
done
like a
everything
job
we
that
can.
Fee could do.
Oh, interesting. Well, I think we've done everything we can do. I think we need to go figure out Wind's bomb. If she's about to get executed, we should probably take care of that.
I wish we didn't have like a list of parents we had to prevent from dying right now.
Yeah.
Try
It's
not
not the
having
to-do
parents.
What?
Solved.
I don't have parents. It's not great.
Aria, do we need to protect your parents?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
They're very far away, but the world sorta is falling apart.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go beat up the representative. I mean, talk
Yeah,
to the representative.
All right, so you go to Representative Swan Virgil's.
Should we drop off the stone on our way there?
Do you
Drop
want
it
to?
off.
To Fee.
Oh,
Yeah.
would
He would-
we
Yes,
be able
yes,
to identify
we should,
it? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
And as we walk to Martin's room, I hang back with Keith and fill him in on all the things that have been happening.
You tell him everything, and he's completely shocked. And so, as you get to Martin's room, you see Fee has finished working on the automatons, and he's like, "Oh, I found out some crazy stuff, but I'll tell you what.
Later.
I'll tell you later."
The thing is, can you pull the power out of this stone? We think that it might be able to heal my friend's dad.
He takes it and kind of examines it. Get back to me in a few hours. I don't know. Never seen anything like this before.
Well, you're good at... I looked down at Martin. What was their names? Martin 1 and Martin 2?
Michael.
Okay, because
That would have been hilarious.
that would have been also vaguely disturbing. I'm comfortable taking apart Michael 1 and Michael 2.
Yeah, you see, he's like, "Oh yeah, I guess I can figure stuff out pretty quick." He takes out a hammer and starts looking at the stone, and he's like, "All right, come back later."
If we hear an explosion later, I'm gonna blame it on Martin.
Yeah.
So
I slowly pull people out of my room.
you head to Representative Swan Virgil's office.
Should we check on this Calderon guy at some point?
He's with
I
you.
know we keep doing these interstitial things. I'm sorry.
He's been with you
No.
this whole time.
There's a lot happening.
Yeah, so Calderon and
he's
Keith have
been
been
with
with you, and so has Anne. So you all go to Representative Swan Virgil's office, and there
Before
are
we
no
walk in, I
guards.
say, Calderon,
Yeah?
are you prepared to commit an act of treason?
What? Hey, man.
You wouldn't need to. I'm just saying.
This
I
is
hit
a
Martin.
lot.
Because I
Hear
think it's
this.
a good screening question. I think you should be prepared.
I just thought you guys needed some help, like, I don't know, fighting some wild animals or something. This seems like
And
it's a lot.
corrupt politicians are the wild animals of our socio-economic reality.
We're gonna lose the element of surprise, Martin.
Okay, let's go in.
So you all burst into the representative's office, and he is not there, but sitting on the throne that's in that room is the white dragonborn from earlier. He's wearing a full suit of black plate armor, and he has a red cape that's hanging over the side. And there is a woman next to him who looks human in the face, but she has really long horns and 2 giant red wings that have armors around the wings, and she's wearing black armor as well that matches his with the cape.
This can't be a good sign.
And you see he stands up and he's like,
I can't help but respect what I'm seeing.
he stands up and he's like, I've been waiting for you. And that's where we're going to end for today.
No!
No!
Thank you all so much for watching. That was a jam-packed episode. A lot of stuff happened.
Oh, man.
Who is this mysterious new Dragonborn who's sitting on the throne? I don't know. But come back next time to find out. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.